Okay, so Ibrahim doesn't know what I'm talking about today, but today we might be having a debate somehow. Okay, so I have this concept that I believe that all artists should be content creators. And that's for the best. Obviously, you have a choice not to be a content creator, but I believe that's for the best, especially from now. Future artists, any artist from now, should start to work on being content creator. And this is from a very broad term. Like, people think about content creator, they think of YouTubers, TikTokers. It's not necessarily like that. But anyone who show their work to the outside world is some sort of content creator. So I believe that we should all do that at this day and age. And actually, you and me, we talk about this book that we both read called Show Your Work.
Show Your Work, yeah.
I think you read it, right?
Yeah.
This one.
Austin Kleon.
Mine is in Chinese. Yeah.
Oh,
Austin
yeah?
Kleon. That's the guy. Yeah. So you read it, so you know how important it is to show your work, right?
Yeah.
And the more I read about this book, the more I feel like as long as you're sharing, you're kind of creating content. It's just how you present it, right? Even you showing your process of doing, I don't know, an artwork or how you took a photo, you shoot behind the scene. These are all contents. It's just how people see it. I think anything that you put outside on the internet is all content. So, but I think the difference between you just purely putting out work versus a content creator is that a content creator tries to maintain or sustain their some sort of a business. Like you're trying to gain, accumulate audience.
Yeah.
You're talking to a group of people.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference between a content creator and someone just putting out work. And I think that artists should do that. And the reason is, if you have your audience, let's say you have 1,000, 2,000 loyal, you know about the concept of a loyal 1,000 followers, right?
Yes.
So the concept, for those who don't know, is basically if you have a loyal 1,000 followers, you can have a sustainable business, because those people are the ones that will buy whatever product that you have, and they will listen to whatever you have to
They'll
say, right?
support
So
you,
they will help
basically.
you. Yeah, basically. So it's like that. So what I'm saying is that if you create as an artist, you want to do free stuff. You don't want to be restricted by clients. Then you do what you love and you put it on the internet. People who love what you do, they will help you sustain
what you do,
what you want to do.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe your style of drawing or your style of photography is not liked by this commercial world, right? Maybe the business side of the commercial world doesn't like your type of art, but people like it. Then they'll help you continue to do it. So if you put it on YouTube, you get money through AdSense or through sponsors, whatever it is. You can continue to do what you love by creating content. You get what I mean? So I think that's the true way of doing what you love without getting restricted by the commercial world.
I think that's such an interesting stance, but also, so it raises so many questions. Like, are you an artist if you don't put out content on the internet? Like, are you still an artist?
You are. I'm just saying that if you want to have a living, if you want to make a living,
you better
by
do
doing
that.
what you truly love.
You better put your stuff on the internet.
Otherwise you're gonna be a poor artist. I mean, it's not necessarily means that you're gonna be rich by putting on the internet, but I think that you're more likely to do what you want by putting on the internet.
100%.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you're doing something just for yourself, I mean, like a large part of art is showing it to other people, right? A large part of creating something is showing it to other people so that you can get feedback and keep doing what you're doing. And so if you're doing something for yourself, right, then I don't know if there's like pleasure in that. I don't know if that's something that would make some people happy. It might be, But like to me,
I think that's subjective. That's really
yes,
subjective.
that is
Like
true.
some
Yes,
people
I
would,
guess
some
so.
people
Yeah.
wouldn't. That's all. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, actually, I agree with you. I think everyone should put their stuff on the internet and see where their stuff goes. See, because there's a market, right? There's market for everything, and the market, if there's value to what you do, and the market values what you do, then you will be rewarded for it. And with that reward, you're gonna be able to continue doing what you're doing, right? And so,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
almost like there's an opportunity. Why would you leave that opportunity and stick to what you're doing? Like, why would you leave that opportunity on the side and ignore it, right? When there's a whole world out there for you to discover and know about, right? And at the end of the day, like, we're social creatures, we seek interactions, right? And so it's a large part of your work is self-expression, right? And when you put your stuff out there, it's very much your voice and your inner critic, right? And it's basically you communicating with the world. And so I think I think also every artist has a responsibility to communicate with the world, right? Whether you have a message, you have a story, you have something to show or tell, people can take that, can get value or gain value from that. And so, yeah, I 100% agree with this, with your belief, Kai, that yeah, everybody should put their stuff on the internet or create content, especially if you're an artist, so they can express yourself and communicate with the world and through your art, through your work, right?
The thing is, a lot of people, they have a misconception of what a content creator is. Because they think of these maybe like some people, they think of Jake Paul, Logan Paul, these people who has somewhat of a bad influence. Again, like some people like them, yes, of course, but
Yes.
a lot of people do have some hate on
100%.
these content
Yeah,
creators, right? But content creators, again, as I said, they just put out it's kind of like you do what you love, and through the platform, right, through the chosen platform, you communicate with the people who would love to see what you do. So these mainstream content creator, they're trying to please as much people as possible. That's why they're mainstream. But I think as nowadays social media has become very, very niche. It has shrunk down to
Yes.
very, because there are so many content creators outside. Basically, think of TV channel. Before, it used to only have 50
One TV channel that
now
shows
there's a
everything.
million.
Yes.
Now there's like a million, so you can find the exact one that you want. Therefore, the audience, it's not as big as you think. Now, people used to think, if you're a content creator, you're gonna have like a million viewers. But no, I feel like nowadays you can only have like 1,000 one. As I said earlier, they're loyal, but they like to see what you do, right? So you shouldn't think that what you do is not gonna be liked by anyone. Nobody's gonna like what you do.
yeah.
I've seen the craziest thing on YouTube. It's like people building house with sand, and they put water and they
being
swim
liked.
inside. It's like crazy stuff. Yeah, and people watch it. So and the thing is, there's a lot of a way to monetize your work, so you can make money through it. And when we see people like Peter McKinnon, Matt, what was his name again? I forgot.
Mari Apuya.
Yeah, Maddie Hapoya, right? They do these kind of videos, and then websites like Epidemic Sound sponsor them, Skillshare sponsor them, right? So they just need to promote these brand in their videos, and they can still do the exact thing that they want. Or maybe another camera company sponsor them, so they can shoot cool videos of these camera. So basically, it's a paid gig in a way, but you get to do the exact thing that you want. And a lot of these brands, they might give you like a complete freedom, right? So I think that's obviously it takes time to build this trust between brands and you, but I think you have to start to do it as early as possible. That's why I've been telling you that maybe you should start a YouTube channel.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is true. Like, to me personally, I want to, but it's just that it's not. I don't feel like it's the right time for me right now. I have things I need to sort out, and then maybe that's a wrong way to think, but who knows, you know? Like, who knows? But at least I feel like, yeah, like I personally feel like I need to sort things out, and then I can take that step. But like, I agree with you. I mean, I think that being a content creator gives you rewards, right? You get rewarded for what you're creating. Not all the time, obviously. Some people get to do that, others don't. But generally, like, you have a higher chance of being rewarded, and so they can keep doing what you're doing, right? And it's almost like a mutual benefits. These brands are benefiting from the creator, and the creator is also benefiting from the brand, and also the creator is offering something to the audience, something new they haven't seen before, right? So everybody gets to kind of gain from that. But yeah, I think it's not a good idea not to avoid the world that we're living in right now. You know, like, we're living in a visual world where everything is, you know, everything is visual. Everything is, it has never been a better time to live as an artist, and at the same time, it's not a good way of thinking to avoid the whole kind of, you know, everything that's going on, and say like, okay, I'm just gonna create for myself, you know, and I'm not gonna show my work to anyone, and I believe that my work is only for me, you know. But like, I think, I don't know, I just don't think that this way of thinking is necessarily positive in a way, right? Like, why not share your work with everyone and see and see how people react to it, and see how people view it, you know.
The thing is, people nowadays, the commercially speaking, if you're a company, right, the whole structure of audience and customer really is so different right now. Because let's say you're a company and you're trying to reach a group of people, all right, and you have no connection with them directly. So I just open a sports brand, let's say. Okay, I open a sports brand, clothing, okay, and it's for jogging, whatever it is, and it's clothes, right? And I want to find a group of people. How can I get in touch of these group of people as soon as possible, right? And the fastest way to do it is, before you pay a group of marketers, agency, and say, hey, shoot a commercial for me. And right, but the thing is, maybe I don't know about marketing a lot, but because I'm the client, I get to tell them, I want you to shoot like this, you edit that out, edit this in, right? And you know, a lot of these video production people, they get very frustrated, right? They think this is the best way to shoot a commercial, but the clients keep controlling them right now. So the hierarchy is, company goes up, and then production people go down, and then there's the customers, right? So the people who are the most top is the one who pays, right? But once you're a creator, I think everything changed. Once you're a creator who has an audience, everything changed. Because let's say I'm a fashion YouTube channel, let's say, right? Then I have 1 million followers who follows me, and they listen to whatever I have to say. Then companies who want me to help them sell their clothes, they have to come to me. And then they say, hey, here's our t-shirt, can you help promote our t-shirt? Then the creator has the right to, they have more say in the promotion. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Like, before, the company pays the creator to create something, so the company has more say in the content. But then if you become a content creator, the audience follow you. You control 1 million people who loves clothes. So if company, they want to promote to your audience, they have to listen to you. So the hierarchy change. So you
it's
get
almost
to say,
like,
okay, I think my...
It's almost like power is shifting now, right?
Yes, the hierarchy change.
Yes. Back in the day, the power used to be in the hands of these companies. They were the gatekeepers, right? Where you would have to stick to their rules and follow their follow everything that they do in order for you to have a chance to become a creator. But now it's totally the opposite. The companies, that the power is in the hands of the creator and and he gets to promote the companies and the brands, right? And they have to actually
Yes.
follow him and listen to him, right?
It's
Yeah.
like the thing is that the currency was the main thing. Like right now, audience is a big currency. Followers is a currency, right? So before, the reason why companies can control creators is because they're the one who has the money, right? But currency doesn't necessarily needs to be money. When creators get a certain amount of audience, then the audience becomes a currency.
Yeah.
So the companies, they need your currency. They need the eyeballs, the ears of your audience. Then they need to come and ask you. So they pay you, right? But you have the end product, so you get to say what you want.
Yeah.
And you can
100%.
easily reject them. Obviously, if you don't need the money, you can reject them. So other company will come talk to you. But obviously, in order to do that, you need to have like a group of audience in advance. Otherwise, there's nothing to to talk about. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is I believe this is gonna be even more intense, like in the future, because people are gonna realize that these hard sell commercial don't work as well as before, because people needs to be entertained all the time. So contents are some sort of an ad nowadays.
Content is
They're gonna
number one.
promote certain thing.
Yes, and ads
Yeah, but they're
follow.
gonna put that. You're gonna entertain them first, and if you're entertained, and then you say, "Hey, here's a product," right? And then they're gonna listen to it more easily. But before, I mean, nowadays, if you're gonna shoot something, "Hey, buy this, buy now," no one's gonna listen to you. You even skip a 5-second ad on YouTube. What else do you think you're gonna listen to?
And also, like, I feel like ads will be in the future within a context. Just like the CEO of Unsplash came out with this post on Twitter where he explained like the ads, most of ads don't work on YouTube because they don't drive traction to their owner because they don't have context, right? Like you're watching a video about filmmaking and all of a sudden a food ad comes up, you're really not interested and you're really not in the mood, but instead watching a video about watching a filmmaker, and then kind of a gear company comes, you see an ad of a gear company, or you see an ad of something related to the topic that you're watching, then that kind of shifts the gear, and I feel like that's more effective than the ads that we have right now, and I think that we're gonna see more of that in the future as well. Ads with context, like within the context of what you're watching or what you're consuming, right? Or even I think brands might even disappear and creators might become their own brands, like every creator would become a brand and he would promote his own brand, right? And the more you're successful as a creator, the more your brand becomes successful, right? Kind of like what Peter McKinnon, yeah, kind of like what Peter McKinnon is doing. Like he has his own Pirate's Life, I think it's called, or something like that, his own brand, and because he's popular or has become popular, his brand kind of grows with him, right?